seeker. Welcome to the Awakening Her podcast. I am so grateful that you've been led here, and I'm excited for you that you're answering the call to manifest more magic in your life by mastering the law of attraction. So cool. My name is Talia, and I'm committed to cutting the fluff and showing you exactly how to manifest more excitement, ease, success, abundance, confidence, love, and anything else you've been craving. So if you're ready to crack the code on manifestation, amplify your intuition, and play in the quantum, we are now besties. Let's do this. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of the Awakening Her podcast. How's it going? I am so grateful that you're here with me today. Hello, hi. If you're new, welcome. My name is Talia Joy, intuitive channel, manifestation mentor, spiritual guide, all the things helping you to really make your dream life your real life. So today we're going to talk about a topic that I know is going to light you up. The power of manifesting with ease. We're going to talk about what this means. We're going to break down some misconceptions. We're going to get into all the juicy goodness to see, or for you to understand how this is an accelerator, how this really puts fuel on the fire with your manifestations, and it might be exactly what you've been missing. But before we get into that, I have a quick favor to ask. If you've been enjoying the show, especially if you have tuned in to more than one episode, if you're having any aha moments or breakthroughs, I would be so appreciative if you would please take a moment to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you're listening. These reviews really help me to reach more amazing souls. They mean the world to me. I read every single one, and I would just be so appreciative. It's a way that you can, support the show. It's free. It just takes a moment. So I would very much appreciate it. And also, if you want to come find me on Instagram at Talia Joy Manifestation, I would love to connect with you all there. That is the place to keep up to date, up to the minute in my stories and my posts about pop-up workshops, programs, inspiring words, words from spirit, all those things. I would love to see you over on Instagram, again, at Talia Joy Manifestation. And the links are below, or the link is below for Instagram in the show notes. And don't forget, if you're looking for a deeper dive into manifestation, spirituality, the how-tos, the step-by-step, the tangible practices, make sure to check out On the Path. It's a private podcast, a private community, and it's the space where we really break down manifestation and self-growth and all of these concepts into tangible tools and trainings so that you really can go step by step through your manifestation, self-growth, healing, unlocking all that you're here to become journey. If you know, you know. So check out On the Path. It's only $27 a month. You get access to my entire methodology, meditations, deep dive episodes, weekly assignments, monthly challenges. It's truly the place to go if you're ready to take this relationship to the next level. You can also come, and if it's not your cup of tea, if it's not your cup of matcha, you can go at any time. So I would love to see you on the path and really help you as your coach, as your mentor, to take those steps moving forward. Again, the link is below for that as well in the show notes. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to mention is Manifesting from the Inside is officially open. We're in early bird. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am setting you up for success. I'm setting you up with the education, the resources, the daily practice hub, new meditations, journal prompts. We're going to go step by step through the work. This is such an intentional and beautiful process that is going to take you through how manifestation starts on the inside. We're going to take what you truly desire, and I'm going to show you how to unlock it from the inside. I've been talking about it. I'm not going to go on and on here, but if you're interested, if you want to go deep into a 12-week vortex of support and fun and tools and resources and community, and most of all, moving forward in your life, I would be so happy to welcome you into Manifesting from the Inside. So good. I will see you there. The link for that is also in the show notes. Okay. So we're going to talk about manifesting with ease because this is a game changer. So let's get into it. So here's the thing. We've all been conditioned to believe, and most of us anyway, if you grew up at all, if you're alive now in society, no matter where you're from, most of us have been conditioned to believe that if we want something, we have to work really hard for it. We have to grind, we have to hustle, we have to struggle and effort to make things happen. This I've seen in clients can come from, I've had multiple clients that had immigrant parents that had to work really, really hard for their jobs. We've had, people that witness maybe a single parent working hard, or parents that were doctors or pilots or something that were always gone. Maybe it was your parents telling you that you had to work hard and you had to get a good education and, 40 hours a week isn't enough, or when you were in school, A's weren't enough. Why wasn't it an A plus? There's a million ways that we are told and taught that we have to work hard. We have to work harder, right? But what if there was a different way? What if there was a way that felt lighter, more joyful? Yes, of course, in the world of the 10,000 things in this physical life, there are things that need to get done. I'll get to that in a second. But what if it could be filled with more ease? And what if that path of more ease was actually what unlocked manifestation? Well, let's get into it. So manifesting with ease, manifesting through the pathway of ease, is about aligning with the vibration of joy, of pleasure, of flow. It's about recognizing that life doesn't have to be a constant struggle, and that your desires can come to you in delightful, surprising, and actually quite easy ways. So I love to use the example of, think of the last time any money or a blessing of monetary value came into your life. Maybe you won a gift card. Maybe you found a dime. Maybe someone bought you lunch. Maybe you went into a coat pocket from last year and found $100 or $50 or $2 or whatever. Maybe it was a bonus from the government, a rebate check from your insurance company. A time when maybe someone that you had written off ever paying you back all of a sudden came back and they're like, remember that $500 I owe you? Here you go. I want you to think of a time when literally money came to you with you doing nothing. Like you didn't effort, you didn't struggle, you didn't put in 20 extra hours to do it, you didn't hustle, it just came to you. That's how things can happen. So manifesting with ease is about recognizing that it's not always about efforting and struggle and strife that makes things happen. It can be the vibration of joy and pleasure and flow. And I'll get to this more deeply, but I know right off the top, I have a lot of clients that think this way. And in the community, it's so normal to think this way. It's like, yeah, but you do have to work for what you want, right? And so let's use the example of me in my business. All these podcasts, we're at like over 400 podcast episodes. Of course, there was effort. Of course, there are hours where I spend a whole Friday recording, or, to get 2 episodes out a week, how much time that takes, sure. But I am in my flow. I am in my happy place when I'm doing this. So does it feel like work? Does it feel like strife? No. Does it feel like struggle? Does it feel like I have to force myself to be here? Not even a little bit. So I just kind of want to say that at first. We're going to get deeper in, but just for your brains going, yeah, but it does take work. Yes, there are actions. But maybe like if we look at a painter that loves to paint, or a mandala artist that loves to do dot art mandalas, if I look at a mandala and go like, wow, that must have taken a lot of work. But behind the scenes, they like had their music on, they were in their zone. Maybe it was over 4 different days and they were focusing and like that was their place in their studio. Would it be like, oh man, that's so much work? No, it would be like, I lost myself in this piece. It was so awesome. So I just want to plant that. And again, we'll come back to it. So some of the misconceptions, which this is basically what I'm talking about, but some of the misconceptions around ease and manifesting that I just want to address off the top, like this, what I was just saying, because they pop up in our heads, they cause resistance in maybe even listening to the rest of this episode. So when I say ease, I'm not saying you'll never face a challenge. I'm not saying that you sit back and do nothing. I'm self-proclaimed famous for saying you can't manifest a Lamborghini from the couch. It doesn't mean we don't do anything. Like if we're going to move into higher levels of health, at some point we have to go for a walk or drink some water or, remove some things that are unhealthy or whatever it is. Of course, we're going to do things. So it's not about bypassing action, as I'm saying with this show, with the effort I put into it. It's about taking aligned action. And this action feels good. It feels inspired. And it feels true to who you are. So inspired is in spirit. When we are inspired, when we're like, oh, I'm inspired to do this thing. I'm inspired to paint this painting. I'm inspired to create this course. I'm inspired to create this episode. It lights me up and then I can't wait to hit record. That is much different than, oh, I have to do like a million things to be successful, to make more money. It's heavy, right? So a misconception is that we say it takes nothing, or that you're never going to face a challenge. Manifesting in ease. It makes it sound like every day is just one step above the other. And oh my goodness, I'm making 2K days and 10K days and 20K days. And oh my goodness, no, we do face challenges. But even in the challenges, which is I'm going to make sure to touch on here, we can also navigate the challenges asking, what path feels right? What path feels best? What path, isn't, how can we simplify? How can we make it less complicated? What is the path of least resistance through this, right? So it doesn't mean there's never going to be challenges, and it doesn't mean bypassing taking action. It means taking aligned action, being inspired, and even navigating ease and the path of least resistance and the path that feels right when we face challenges. So another misconception is that when we're in a state of ease, we're like not taking things seriously, like we're not committed. It's almost like whatever, right? I'll just get famous by showing up and lighting incense and being in ease. It makes it sound like we're not even taking it seriously. But on the flip side, manifesting with ease is actually about trusting yourself, trusting the universe so deeply, loving yourself so deeply that you don't need to force or sacrifice yourself to control outcomes. So getting healthy shouldn't be about force and sacrificing everything you want to eat, everything, sacrificing your life. No, getting healthy is about doing things that feel aligned with health, going out on more walks, drinking more water, enjoying a nice, whatever food you like that's healthier, like getting some veggies in you. It's not about all of this effort and strife. It's actually about moving into a higher place. So manifesting with ease is about trusting yourself and the universe deeply, that you don't need to force or control. It's about knowing that you're worthy of what you desire and allowing it to flow. This is your most natural way. So right off the top, ease isn't about no action. It's not about never facing challenges. And it's not about not taking things seriously. It's actually going at it from a whole other direction. So I want to next talk about the vibration of ease. And ease has its own vibration. It's part of the secret sauce. And it's just like love, joy, gratitude. It is a high frequency energy. When you're in a state of ease, you are aligned with love, joy, gratitude, which by the way is also miracles, healing, abundance, love, right? Love, like loving people, finding love, connection. So when you're aligned with all these states that I'm mentioning, you're also aligned with your higher self. The part of you that is always connected to that divine flow, that peace, that ease, that has a higher level answer, even when we have challenges, right? That's one of the biggest things when I work with clients that they enjoy is how much channeling and source wisdom, because they feel that love, they feel that support, they feel that higher ground, even when they're facing hard stuff. So tuning into our higher self, tuning into the vibration of ease is about being in line with your higher self. Even if you want to think about it, your next level self, your quantum self, the you that has manifested success, they are more in ease, right? Like, why do you want the money? Why do you want the success? Why do you want the relief, the health? It's about feeling more at ease, feeling better in your life. So our highest self doesn't want you to struggle and strife. And we don't look at that next level self that's abundant and healthy and vital and go, oh man, like their knuckles are raw with effort. Like, no, they somehow like not floated into that manifestation, but they're very peaceful and loving. That next version of you is like at peace and in relief and in gratitude and joy and vibrancy, right? because they know it's not about like hustle and struggle and sacrifice. That highest self wants you to feel good, wants you to enjoy life, wants you to experience pleasure and self-love and self-care and joy. So when you're feeling good, you're in alignment and in tune with your true nature. That God source energy within you, the Tao, the okayness, the highest self, where manifestation becomes effortless, strifeless. When I say effortless, I just more want you to hear like hustle-less. Because again, I have effort into these podcasts, but I frickin' love it. So as you become a magnet for your desires, you are in more ease. Or said another way, when you're in ease, joy, pleasure, you are becoming a magnet for your desires. So I want to talk as well about the energy of ease in relation to your nervous system. And we talk about all this stuff in Manifest from the Inside coming up. The nervous system, finding safety in your body, finding ease in your journey is such a big part of it. And that is the place where inspired action is actually birthed. And that's the type of inspired action that really works. But let's go back to the nervous system. So the nervous system, it's so important when you're constantly in hustle mode, when you're striving, when you're pushing, when you're stressed. Your nervous system is in a state of fight or flight. It's in a state of survival mode. And in that place, it's hard to attract anything more than stress and hustle and the feeling like you have to hustle to get what you want. The feeling like you have to do this and this and this in order to have this. You have to work harder. You have to post 3 times a day. You have to cut out all carbs. You have to, we get into that place. And when we're in that place, we're in pushing. And when we're in that place, our nervous system registers it as unsafe because we're in stress. We're not safe. So from that place, even the things we desire, like abundance, love, community, success, we want our book to sell, we want our stuff to do well, whatever it is, that gets registered as more stress because we're already in stress. So anything more is too much. So we really can't manifest from this place or manifest much, which has been one of my biggest learning opportunities too in the last year or 2 or 6 months. I'm deep in it right now, is recognizing the stress we hold in our body, in our nervous system, and that is a total mismatch from the manifestations that we want. So when we get into ease, even sitting out on your deck chair with the morning sun for 5 minutes, or taking a day off to just have some time by yourself, or going down to the river, or going on a nature trail, or even dancing and just expressing yourself, when we get into ease, when we get into play, when we get into fun and pleasure, we calm our nervous system. Our nervous system goes, okay, it's okay to relax. We're safe. We're having fun. We're not having fun if we're being chased by a lion and we're in survival. But if you're dancing, if you're stretching, if you're enjoying the morning sun, you tell your body we're safe. And safety is also receiving mode. So seriously, pleasure and ease is one of the most powerful frequencies for manifesting, also for healing. Because we're no longer in reactivity, we're no longer in a lack of safety. And so, of course, in the day we oscillate. I do all the time. I'll catch myself in sort of, going back into stress, and then I come back down and I regulate. And then I find myself getting more into the to-dos and how are we going to figure this out? And then I come back, and it's okay. That's what we do. We don't have to be in one state all the time. We actually need that active state to make quick decisions, to, if we want to go for a run and we want to walk down the street, or active planning, like we need that place. But then we got to come back to relaxing and receiving. So I want to say here that flow is the new hustle. Let's redefine manifestation. Let's redefine success. Flow is the new hustle. This is a radical shift in how we approach our goals and our desires. Flow is about being in tune with your higher self, with life force, with intuition, following what feels good, trusting that things are unfolding for you, trusting you don't have to hustle. I always say to myself in my business, nothing more needs to be done. But then when I get a massive download, like when I created On the Path, or when I got a massive download of this manifest from the inside methodology. It was like, I have to. Again, inspired action. Oh my goodness, this needs to get out to the world. And then I'm stoked. But in the meantime, I don't think I have to do any one thing. I don't have to post 12 times a day. I don't have to send out 10 emails a week. I don't have to come here with something more catchy and rope you into my programs. Like, I don't have to do any of that to be successful. I actually have to be more in flow, in ease, in my zone, in my magic, share potency, share value, and I trust in the rest. And when I'm led to a certain strategy, if I feel led, I'm like, ooh, I want to work with this coach. Ooh, I want to try these ads, or I want to try this thing. And then again, it's inspired. So when you're in flow, you're not forcing things to happen. You're not trying to control every little detail. Instead, you're allowing things to unfold naturally, which is going to be our fastest path. Spiritually, it's going to be our fastest path. When you're taking inspired action, it feels right. And then you're also resting when you need to. You're enjoying some Netflix with your hubby or your wife or your doggy or whoever. You're enjoying the rhythm of life, trusting in the ebbs and flows and the fact that we have winter and spring and summer. You'll get a ton of inspiration and then you might not for a bit. And it's okay. We don't need to be in spring and summer forever. We think we always have to be in a go, 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 but we actually don't. Flow, ease is where we lay back. Ease is where we receive. Ease is where intuition comes to us. Ease is where higher perspective comes to us. Ease is what heals the nervous system. So I believe between the information I've received from my team of light, all the accumulation of what I've learned in my years, just my truth right now, I truly believe that it's like 80-20. And Source, our spirit team, our soul, life is meant to be filled with pleasure and ease. Put on a good song, cook a nice meal, have some love making, laugh with a friend, cuddle a puppy. Like, we are meant to enjoy. And then about 20% of the time, we're kind of getting into action. We're doing things. And it might be more for you. You know, sometimes in my business, there's more action, but I always balance it, even in my work day. I'm pulling cards for myself. I'm nurturing my body before I do anything. I'm stopping to meditate. I also have my own mentors or healers or coaches I'm working with to do my own work. Like, I'm always balancing the output with the input, the hustle with the flow. Not that it's actually hustle, but the action with the flow. Because I even have, at the time of recording, a bunch of days ahead of me of like deep content creation for my program, where I'm going to be creating trainings and meditations and videos, somatic video, all this stuff, where it's going to be like a couple of crazy days of like being in the studio, recording. But I'm so freaking excited. It's like, I can't wait. So again, there's effort, but it's not from force. So when you're in flow, you're allowing things to happen. You're allowing the highest good to come forward. And your higher self just wants you to feel good. It's important because it's the foundation of true manifesting from the inside. Because if you were always in, what should I do? What's the next step? How can I do more? How can I do harder? What am I missing? What am I to do now? What am I to do next? What's going on? What am I missing? Like, that energy is not the vibe of where manifestation truly happens. When you prioritize feeling good, you're in alignment with your higher self. And by feeling good, I just mean like, take a deep breath. Tell yourself you're doing a good job. Dance to a song. Go out on a walk. When it's raining, go out in it. Cook a nice meal. Do some yoga. Do something that feels fun. Book a weekend off. Take yourself away. Write in your journal by the river. Light some incense, cuddle your puppy, cry if you need to cry, vibrating at the frequency of just allowing. That is your cut through for manifestation. That is the shortest path. Because again, it's healing, it's quantum, because you're channeling that next level energy of you. It shows the universe you trust. It heals and helps to restore your nervous system, which puts you in receiving. Like, it's endless how many different reasons and levels to why focusing on ease is truly the path of, what we need to do from here on. Manifestation has been taught in this linear way. So yes, take that inspired action. Yes, do it. But balance that with a whole lot of 80% ease. Take care of yourself. Do a workout. Take a moment to breathe, take care of yourself because you deserve that. It's not just about achieving goals. It's living a life that lights you up from the inside out. And then you manifest more of what you're creating. So when I decided to stop overworking, and I took a week off a month to just break from calls, to break from obligations, and to just flow. Every couple months, I take a huge week off, well, it's a regular week, and I focus purely on my core values, my core emotions, or my core desires, sorry. I focus on nature. I focus on my spirit and my spirituality. I focus on my health. I focus on freedom. I focus on me. I take time to do that, and that is part of my business success plan. Only taking clients on certain days so that some days I have no clients and I can just go to the beach or meditate, have more freedom in my schedule. I have learned to balance it. And then when I'm in a day where I'm full of clients, I'm so freaking on fire because I'm taking time to take care of myself. And just based on energy, if I'm showing up on fire with my clients, that's going to help in the success of everything long term, right? So I know I'm just talking about business, but you can see how it just makes sense. So learn to manifest with more ease. And I'm going to suggest a few things now, and then I'm going to wrap up. So practicing manifesting with ease. First of all, join Manifest from the Inside. We're going to have so many more breakthroughs like this that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, manifestation is actually not that hard. And it all comes back to like deeply looking after myself. It's so powerful. So join that if it resonates, if you can do so. And then here's some things that you can do every day. So you can set aside time each morning, even if it's 5 minutes. If morning doesn't work, don't worry. There's lots of other examples here. I understand if you have young kids or you work night shifts or whatever else, if it doesn't work. But dedicating even 5 or 10 minutes to ease. So find a quiet space. For me, I look at it like nurturing my body. So I'll come into my office, which is also my Zen space. I get my foam roller. I roll out my yoga mat. I always light some sage or Palo Santo, or I bring in lavender, whatever feels good. Maybe a warm cup of tea or something that feels nice. And I just foam roll. I focus on my body. I stretch. And that to me is like ease. It's nurturing. Sometimes I put on a song. You guys have heard me say this. I put on a song. I dance around my office. I just like, woo, like nothing is more fun than putting on a song and just moving, dancing, expressing. It's ease filled. It's fun. It feels pleasure filled, right? So the first example or the first practice you could do is set aside time each morning, 5 to 10 minutes, and just have it your ease time. No phone. You could do music, of course, if you want, but ease time. What does that mean to you? Just start with stretching. Start with writing out a few things you're grateful for, or just moving to some beautiful music. 5 minutes, that's it. But it's your pocket of ease. It's your pleasure portal. And that in itself is a powerful manifestation practice that I do get my clients to do. The next thing you could do is start writing down a list. If you're a list maker, if you want to take out your journal, what things bring you joy? What things make you feel a sliver even of ease? All the way up into like, what are those things that just bring you so much peace? If it was your birthday and you could do whatever you want and it makes you feel great, is it going to the beach? Is it going to, getting a massage or indulging in something like that? Is it taking some time to meditate in silence? Is it, what is it that makes you feel really good? Floating in a lake or out on a boat on the ocean, or, what is it for you? And list as many things as you can. What bring you joy? What things bring you joy? What activities bring you joy? Everything from being in the garden. I love like tending to my plants, my inside plants, my outside plants. I love going for a walk with my dog. I love seeing the ice cream sunset. I love when, I put on music and move. I love when I pull cards for myself and feel into it. I love when I have a slow shower, and it's just for me. It's just not because I have to wash my hair today. It's just for me having a slow shower. It can be those simplest things. What things bring you ease? Write them down. The next thing you can do, another practice you can do, is to visualize. Visualize a moment of you in your best life with ease or in ease. Visualize things you do that bring you ease, but then also you can do this in the morning or you can do this at night for the next day. Visualize yourself flowing through your day with ease. I love to do this as I'm going to sleep at night, is I will picture the things I have to do tomorrow, not in like a stressful to-do way, but I'll be like, okay, tomorrow's my day with the kids, or tomorrow's my day in my office. I have a call, I have this. And then I see myself moving through that day with ease. I imagine things unfolding effortlessly, unfolding in a way that feels really good, with grace, with joy. I visualize things going down easily. So you can try that in the morning or anytime in your day. You could set an intention to go, today, I want to move through the day with more ease. How can I feel more ease in my life? And then as things come up, the last practice I'm going to say is we can practice releasing and surrendering, releasing the stress, surrendering any control, or you can surrender to what is going on and say, I don't know the answers. I don't know how I'm going to move into my next level of health or this or that, but I'm learning to trust. Just take a deep breath in when you feel crunchiness, when you feel tension, when you feel control, and just release in your body. Bring in a little bit of breath, bring in a little bit of ease into this moment. And this is a big part I'm going to talk about in Manifest from the Inside. I don't want to give too much away, but we talk about out of the how and into the now. So we start getting all stressed out in the hows. We come right back into the now, into the body. Can we breathe in any ease? Can we go to a peaceful beach somewhere in our mind and trust in life's unfolding? So again, some simple practices you can do. Set aside time, set aside ease time. Each morning, 5 to 10 minutes even. A quiet place you'll be not disturbed, and just focus on what would feel good. You could write down what feels good, or what things that you do that bring you ease, what things bring you joy, what things make you feel the most pleasure-filled. You could start to visualize your day with ease, visualize tomorrow going down, that thing you have coming, your work day ahead, visualizing that stuff going down with ease. Picturing yourself going to the gym and flowing from machine to machine, or sweating and just feeling good, but everything feels great, everything feels awesome. You could put that into the tasks you're going to do or the day ahead. You could set an intention for ease, as in, today I want to move through my day with ease. Today my intention is to bring ease into my life. And then moments that feel sticky or unsure, when we get into how, when we get into stress, we can just release the stress for a minute, release your belly, release your shoulder muscles, surrender, and see if you can find a little bit of ease. Okay, I hope that this was helpful. And before we completely wrap up, I just wanted to invite you again, if this idea of manifesting with ease resonates, if you're ready to go deeper, I invite you to join in Manifest from the Inside. It's a 12-week journey. It is an investment in yourself. It is moving the needle forward. You get access to the daily practice hub and the community for even afterward. This is truly something that's going to move you forward and give you resources for the rest of your life, for the next chapter. As we dive into spiritual principles, we're going to rewire limiting beliefs. We're going to go mind, body, and soul, to really show you how manifestation is from the inside and how to embody that next level self. This is not your typical manifestation program. It is built for old souls. It is going beyond the surface level, but it's also going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really expansive. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So I will see you in Manifest from the Inside. The link for that is below, as well as all the other things I talked about, such as the Instagram and On the Path and all that. There's also freebies below too that you can check out. So thank you, my love. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. Thank you for being the person who is here for this stuff. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for your time and tuning into this episode. I really hope that it served you. And before you go, I'd love to give you a free workbook to help you upgrade your manifestation mindset. In this workbook, we're going to go through the 5 most common unconscious blocks that are holding you back. I'm going to show you how it's showing up in your life, and most importantly, the manifestation mindset shift that you need to unblock yourself. So grab the Manifestation Mindset Makeover free workbook now, and let's get to unblocking.